like what responsibility is put on some of these communities for what they are looking to achieve financially from a business standpoint, but they're not understanding what's happening on the beach, in the water for these kids. And they're most of them are kids. Most of them are, 15 years old. You have to be in order to do one of the pools. And then at 16, you're on the beach.
Bring it on!
Welcome to Girls Gone Gritty. I'm Farley Boyle.
I'm Darian Boyle.
And I'm Jennifer Brenius.
Collectively, we're two sister-in-laws with our bestie.
We don't just talk, we do it. Day, night, mountain, beach, and city.
Get ready as we bring gratitude and attitude to everything we do.
We jump in head first, unafraid, and we're all in all the time.
We bring it on and get it on each week, diving deep into authentic, unscripted conversations
on just about everything. So
let's get gritty.
Bring it on! Bring it on! Don't wait until tomorrow!
Woo! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Girls Gone Gritty. I'm Darian. We have Jennifer and Farley, and today we're talking about summer. Everybody, we love summer. We're beach girls. We love summer. It's about family, friends, parties, sports, activities, and we're going to kick it off this week. So let's get it on with Girls Gone Gritty. Farley, you're looking golden light down there like it's summer.
Please. I tried for the Oprah lighting. It just does not work over here. Today has been a little technically challenging, but I am very happy that it's blue skies out and warm. And summer for me just kind of means like a little bit of a lack of a schedule, which I really like. But sometimes my kids work a little bit better when they have a bit of a schedule. So we'll see. They're coming off a 4-day bender right now.
So am I.
I mean, so am I. But, I don't know. Summer to me is freedom. And I love freedom. And I think our kids need freedom. But sometimes it's a little stressful when you're like, realizing that your college kids have come home and they don't have curfews, but when they're living with you and they're not home at 2:00 in the morning or 3:00 in the morning, you're waking up and you're checking your phone and you're making sure that Ubers are running and Life 360 is happening. And I'm back in the saddle as like a parent with 3 kids again.
Well, I think we should probably have given a disclaimer to start this episode where we do have a crew of people, for those of you that don't know us personally yet, of a very high social calendar where we run. When I talk to my friends that live in other places, they're like, you're going from where to where to where to where? And how many days? Wait, what? So I think that like what we have set the bar as parents, and now our kids are like following in our footsteps, and it's like we're the yes in summer. Like I think that especially here in the Northeast, we've had such a, this spring was atrocious. We barely had a spring. So as soon as we get that glimpse of sunshine, it's happiness, it's joy, it's getting outside and just doing things and being able to get on a bike, for the rest of the world, get on a board, get in the water and just enjoy life again. And it's really like I guess like everybody just feels like the endless possibilities, really truly of summer. So, I mean, I couldn't agree more. Managing the kids, not easy, but you set some ground rules and you have to pull back every once in a while. Sometimes they are not able to go do things because you're like, last time you said you were going to be home at 1:00 in the morning and it was way past that. So
I don't have that problem with coming out at 1. Although Dee Dee did have 2 friends sleep over, and at 1:00 in the morning I said, you're 9, you need to go to bed now. But summer, I'm doing summer schedule, and it's almost as if it's oversubscribed. You have sailing, into tennis, into surf camp, into lifeguard, junior lifeguards. You have soccer, you have lacrosse, and then there's Wednesday family days. Yay. Everything's based around sports and parties. And that's why I love summer. It's free. It's about sports, cute outfits, smiles. I mean, there's so many friends around, which I love. I love being with my family. I mean, just being together on Saturday after the Spring Lake 5. How fun was that? Oh, let's go to BA. Never did that on a Saturday, Memorial Day weekend.
I actually like BA better than Parker House for a day darty. I mean,
Totally.
I think the P House is dark if you're going to go downstairs. I love the back deck. No question about that. I could do the back deck any day, but BA, did not disappoint this weekend.
Bar anticipation, for those of you that aren't familiar with what BA is referenced to, and I grew up at BA. We used to go to bar anticipation. We never called it BA, and that is the epitome of summer. I mean, it's lockdown, drag out, like raw, like everybody's just hanging out, doing shots, just ripping it up,
Every
and
demographic represented.
Fist
totally.
pumping. We
So
don't.
It's so fun.
And Jersey Shore, we don't pump gas. We pump our fists. Whoop, whoop, on the dance floor. Giddy up. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We don't pump gas.
Don't
We
pump
pump
gas.
our fists. Da, da. But it's true. There's literally 9 bars.
OMG. I just
In
realized
bar
you
A.
guys are Jersey girls. Like I am I'm the oddball out, and I'm with 2 Jersey girls, like full on born and raised, basically Jersey all the way.
Totally.
Yes, it's true.
Unbelievable.
And summer,
It's a
summer on the
badge of
Jersey
honor.
Shore. Summer on the Jersey Shore is iconic. It's what people live for. It's what people wait all winter for. Spring. All right. When is it coming? When are the beaches going to open? I can't wait. Can't wait for happy hour. I can't
What
wait.
about us slipping out and going
That's
to DJs with no one knowing? DJs is another iconic spot in Belmar. And Darian and I would be like, let's just go grab a Long Island iced tea at DJs. And you would disappear, and we would go inside, and you cannot see the light of day. It's dark. It's like a den, but the music is raging and everybody's dancing. It's like the craziest dance party. And you have like 1, maybe 2. If you have 2 Long Island iced teas, wowza.
Bye-bye.
Might have had 3.
And then you roll out and it's still light out and you're soaked.
so
and
great.
It's like, whoa.
Then you
so
go
cool.
jump in the ocean.
Yes.
Well, and
So
that's
true.
that's the other part about, living in the Northeast, is that our winters are so dark. And then, unlike other places, like you're Florida girls, like you're used to the sun setting after 6:30 every single day of your life. And here in New Jersey, like you're just so excited that the sun doesn't set until, you're coming on 8:30 by the middle of the summer. So, that in itself, sunlight is life and happiness
Yes.
and everything good. And when the sun is shining, everybody's in a better mood. But I will tell you, the day after a long holiday weekend and you get a rainy day where you can't do anything and you need to recoup, that was amazing.
That was yesterday, and that was much needed.
Couldn't have scripted it better.
That I totally. And what I love about summer is that you have your summer friends. We go to the beach club, and they're your friends you haven't seen since the fall, and it's like time just stood still. What are you doing? Right back where you left off, getting a Casamigos and soda from Jimmy at the bar, and just telling stories about the winter and about skiing and what are your kids doing, and it's just alive and fun, and it does seem to revolve around cocktails, a lot of it, and sports with the littles. But it's I love the outfits of summer. I mean, I'm sitting here right now looking at our pool, and we blew up this giant bowl. Have you seen those bowls? Remember the bowls that you wrestle on? And I'm just watching it right now, and it's just floating around the pool. We had some surfboards back there, and the dogs are ripping it, and the flowers are blooming. It's going to be 85. I'm like, this is heaven. This is what you wait all year for.
We're manic here because we have had a really crappy spring. I mean, it's rained a lot and it's been doomy and gloomy. So what happens for us is I think we go a little extra because we have manic energy and we're just so appreciative of blue skies and a gorgeous day that we want to do as many activities as we can. It's like wake up, take the dogs for a hike before it's hot, get on bikes, go from our typical Memorial Day weekend celebration together has always been a bike bark fest, like a bar crawl on bikes. Sometimes we add a wig. Sometimes we add whatever flavor we want. And I'm kind of sad that we didn't do that this year. We decided to do the Spring Lake 5 and make it a little more of a Seagirt based weekend, which was spectacular. You can never go wrong. But I want to do everything that comes my way and I want to go everywhere and I want to be invited to everything because I'm so psyched to be outside because I am a Florida girl. Unlike you Jersey girls, I am used to sunshine and nice weather and sunrises and sunsets daily. I need it. I become a better person, I think, in nice weather.
No, everybody does. It's a smile.
Totally.
It's the vitamin D. It's the vitamin D. And it's true. You become a better person. And every weekend there's something fun to do. I remember asking my babysitter on Saturday, I said, okay, so it's kicking off. You're back from college. Every Saturday night, I need you at like 5 o'clock. Well, I have another job. I'm like, well, can you find me another friend that can work every Saturday night and probably 2 other nights of the week? Because Dee Dee's like, I love her. She's the best babysitter. Just leave your credit card, mom. We'll DoorDash. We'll go to ice cream. We'll have a pool party. It's cool. Just go out, please. It's summer.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun when they get to that age too, because like you don't have littles anymore that you have to like be like like worried at the beach with or at the pool with that they're gonna like drown or like get misplaced or walk down the beach, because once they hit that age where you're like, okay, you're not allowed to go in the pool unless there's an adult here. You can't go in the ocean unless there's an adult. Like you're slowly coming out of that. And it's, I'm no Dee Dee, like our kids, she's a water bug. So, you're not as concerned, but when you have those really little kids in the summertime, it can be challenging. And it's nice when you get to a point when the kids can kind of do their own thing. And like we found this weekend, we were this close to getting our kids to go to one of the things I love about summer is like we've got the amazing Asbury music scene, and there's so many festivals and there's so many good like just vibes to go tap into. And I'm at a point now where my kids are of age and drinking age that they can go and enjoy music with us and be in the mix with us, which is so much fun.
That's really how we started. That's what we
Mhm.
did. We went to
We did.
Asbury this weekend and started it off with a summer stage event that was spectacular, and the weather was beautiful, and people were cruising all over Asbury because you could basically hear the concert from anywhere you were. And I love that people are active. I just like seeing people out and about and doing anything and everything, from food festivals to music festivals to barbecues, anything. But plan something.
Yeah.
I think that make plans. Don't sit back and wait for plans to come to you. Initiate the action and do something that might be a little bit, out of your comfort zone. Like plan a bar crawl. It's fun. You will be rewarded. Your photos will live on. And, just try to like plan something for a weekend or a weekday. Get people together, like a bigger group than your normal crew, so that you kind of change things up and let that surprise you, because
Yeah,
it's
May-
the best.
maybe
those-
that's what the Girls Gone Gritty needs to do. Maybe we need to be planning a 4th of July bar crawl.
Oh, I
with,
like it. Did you
with,
see the
with
photos I sent you
we
from?
can bring our little red microphones on, on tour with us, our headphones.
Well, at far and you say you kind of adjust. The pool is warm. It was a little chilly the one day. Kids put on their wetsuits and stayed in for 6 hours. And that's what I love. It's
So
like
great.
you get in the ocean, you go to the beach, and you never get out. You also have hurricane surf that comes through for all the surfers. As long as the hurricanes stay a little far out, but we have great surf. You have warm water. You wake up, you go for a really long paddle, then you go sit on the beach, and you can work
Look for
underneath the umbrella.
treasures.
Look for treasures.
I love
It's the
treasures.
best. I love treasures. And it's been so much fun watching the kids surf and kind of get better and better and better. And their tennis game is getting better. It's just always good time. But the one bummer about the summer is that break does get very, very crowded. So when you surf, you kind of have to kind of go around slalom turns around a ton of surfers. But I'd say that's really the only downside for me.
Well, that's because everybody surfs now. It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at where surfing has come, and even just like all the water sports. It's like everybody like to our like back to our FOMO episode. It's like everybody wants to do everything. We're not alone, and so like everybody's kid surfs, and everybody wants to get a paddleboard. Everybody wants to go out. So, and the problem is that there's a lot of people that only do it, they're weekend warriors, and they go here and there, and they don't really know what they're doing, and they don't understand the ocean. We have a bunch of kids, my kids, Farley's kids are all lifeguards, and my kids are blown away about the surf and the ocean IQ of certain people.
Oh my
What I will
God.
say, what I will say to people out there listening, if you don't go to the beach regularly, talk to your lifeguards, get educated as to what's happening, the breaks that are happening, the rips
A
that are
rip.
happening. All those
Rip.
things are really, really important, because there's more to just, it's not a body of water like a pond or a pool that doesn't have like living creatures in it, doesn't have movement, doesn't have tides. I mean, there are things that happen on the beaches that my kids are like, "Oh my God, mom, He's like, you don't even understand these people. Like, they don't even understand how the waves work. I'm like, come on. He's like, no, they like walk out to the wave as it's coming in, not realizing the wave's coming in. I'm like, stop it. But I guess if you never grew up here and you don't know what the beach, like how the beach and the ocean works, it makes
You,
sense.
you never know. So I'm a WPA, which is the World Paddle Association Level 3 instructor. So stand-up paddle instructor, basically certified to also teach other people. So YOLO Board is one of my sponsors. We go down to Florida, and they're bringing in like literally there were 20 of the best watermen coming from Australia, Florida, California. And this is in the beginning to certify all of us to then we can go out and teach the proper way how to paddleboard. So we're sitting at YOLO, and it's in Destin, Florida. And behind YOLO, there's this big body of water that people go and they test boards.
YOLO is you only live once,
Oh,
by the
yes.
way,
You
for
only-
anybody listening.
You only live once, the best paddle boards ever. And they have really cool e-bikes and paddles. And stand-up paddling is basically a way of life. We're all there. All the top watermen, a big group around the country, around the world. We're sitting there and we watch this guy come out, and he's got his paddle, got his board. He's going to test it. He gets in the water and then falls in, and then is like this, help me, help me. And holy moly, people are air timing up over the bench, getting into the water, save the guy. We bring him out.
You didn't know how to swim?
He didn't know how to swim.
Excuse
He
me?
had, so in this now gets written up, the first questions you have to ask people who are learning to stand up paddle. Do you know how to swim? And I can kid you not, I've had 10 people over the course of, I don't know, 10, 15 years that said, I don't know how to swim, but you have a board and you have a life jacket. So we're good. So never, like literally, you never, ever know.
No, you
And
don't.
it's mind blowing, but people, they don't, if you're not familiar with the ocean, you don't know how to respect it. You turn your, when you see that, I mean, that's pretty fun when you see guys and they turn their back to the water, and like these old ladies, and they're standing there, and then a wave just comes and takes them and crushes them and throws them on the sand. You're like, ooh, that one's going to leave a mark, because they don't know. You don't know any better.
No, they don't know. My husband and I were in Hawaii one time when we were on Sunset Beach, and I had the little kids, and I don't know what I was sitting with people who are from there. They've lived there, the big wave surfers, and we're sitting there, and my kids are kind of just too far away. This is when they were little, and I looked at them and I was like, you know what, guys, just come back up. And I swear it was like mother's intuition, little instinct, something in the universe. I pulled them out. Out of nowhere came a rogue wave that took out like everybody, like all the locals, everybody. It came all the way up the beach. It swept out my girlfriend's flip-flops, took my chair. Like we were like collecting things all over the beach. So again, even if you are a seasoned water person, it's like such an unbelievable, powerful force. And it doesn't always operate the way you think it's going to. The wind shifts, things happen. So if you swim with a buddy, never go surfing by yourself, things that I want my kids to listen to me on. Sometimes they go out by themselves and it drives me crazy. But you have to respect the ocean. You have to know what you're doing, because conditions can change on a dime. And that goes for, anything when you're getting out in the elements. So, I say have a healthy respect for not only the ocean, but your lifeguards. I mean, my kids, they again talk about how they're treated on the beach. Yesterday, it was terrible, but they still have to man the beach. And they had people yelling at them because they weren't allowed in the water because they had lightning strikes. For people that don't know at home, 30 minutes. You're not allowed to go in the water for 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. It makes sense. It's protection. It's what should happen. And they had people yelling at them because they're like, I drove here 2 hours to go to the beach, dude. Why are you keeping me out of the water? And kid's 21 years old. He's like yelling at like a 57-year-old man.
Well, lightning
doesn't know.
strikes, it can hit you from 10 miles away. So when I was
Exactly.
lifeguarding, you are literally looking at the radar, and there's an app that shows actually a window of the 10-mile radius, and then you'll see lightning. And if it comes anywhere in that circle, you have to pull them out. There were a handful of deaths last year, people getting struck by lightning on the beach on a sunny, beautiful day, and the cell was 5 miles away. And you can't mess with Mother Nature, because she always wins. Always, always wins. And she is the boss hog.
if there's systems, if there's, a little pressure system or there's actually a storm, but we don't get rips that often. So if you are from another place visiting, I had to really learn how to become a proficient swimmer to be in the East Coast water because it's different. The Gulf of Mexico is flat and chill and warm. And, yeah, there's some sharks, but truly, I didn't have fear unless it was a bigger day and we were all excited to just go actually splash around in some surf because it's a lake. So that's the other thing I was going to say is, you could be visiting from somewhere else and you don't realize that it is a totally different body of water. The ocean is, a massive beast compared to like the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah.
Well, all the
and
Jersey
different breaks and different like little estuaries that come out and like that the some of the rivers that drop in and the bays will operate.
I thought I was a good swimmer. I thought I was a good swimmer until I started dating the Boyles. And then it was like, oh my God, we got to go body whopping. I got cleaned up and like spit out. And then I realized, holy crap, I can be held down. And I got more fear instilled in me hanging out with these lunatics and trying to keep up with them once again in the water that I had I really understood the respecting, the ocean because she can pin you down and clean you up like you're in a washing machine cycle. And you better hold your breath and you better pop up and gasp for some air and go back down and just be like, okay, I'm going to stay calm. This section, this 3-set is going to go away and I'm going to come back up and I'm going to live.
And the thing is, when we were younger, you were allowed to go in the ocean when it had giant waves and giant currents. The lifeguards were these big, burly guys, and they would save you. I mean, they were my brothers. They were my dad and my dad's friends, our neighbors. And you were able to go out and get pinwheeled and steamrolled and slammed down. And you learned how to respect the ocean. You learn how, when there's a big rip, to go, okay, I'm going to go get in the rip and have it pull me out to the end of the rocks. And you got familiar with it. You got confident. The problem is nowadays lifeguards, anytime it gets big, nope, can't go in the water, red flag, red flag. So these younger generation aren't able to really get in and feel the power of Mother Nature and feel like what it can do. We're lucky because the beach we go to in Spring Lake, if the lifeguards know you, then they say, okay, you're good. You can handle it. You can go out. And we go out on the biggest days and you wait for hurricanes and you wait for like nor'easters to come in and you go body surfing and you want that rush, like a 10-foot drop on your belly. Boom, boom. But and that's the rush. And last year or the last couple of years, what has been great is this whole crew of kids over in Spring Lake at the B&T, we get them out in these waters and they're learning. So these younger generation are now getting out there and body surfing. And like Dee Dee, it's her favorite thing. It scares the hell out of me to go out there. And it's 5 foot, 6 foot. Come on, Mom. And I get her out to the end of the rocks. And she's like body womping these waves in. And it's still like, I think about it and I get like, because I'm trying to go next to her. But it's rush. It's adrenaline. It's summertime.
But you know what? You're a water person, and like my husband and Pat, obviously Farley and her family, we're all like water people. I think, and where you are is a very localized community for a lot of what you're saying. I think the hard thing is that like where Farley and my kids lifeguard is that you're getting the day trippers. Like the lifeguards are like it's like 1 to 100 people if on a good day. I mean, they're responsible for so many people. And they don't know the aptitude of their water, knowledge and prowess. They are constantly like, is that guy a liability? Why is that guy on the rocks? Like people don't even understand like the jetty system. Like it's just so nuts how like what responsibility is put on some of these communities for what they are looking to achieve financially from a business standpoint, but they're not understanding what's happening on the beach, in the water for these kids. And most of them are kids. Most of them are, 15 years old. You have to be in order to do one of the pools. And then at 16, you're on the beach and you're trying to deal with somebody. And let's talk about the fact that like, there's not a lot of little people anymore. You know,
Yeah.
human beings are large, like not athletic a lot of times, and they're not understanding if they're in that category. So like that's challenging. That's really
Well, they're
challenging.
little. Yeah,
We're
the
also
lifeguards are
talking about
little.
Long Branch, New Jersey, just to put a little reference point. That's where my kids are lifeguarding. That's where Jen's kids are lifeguarding. And it is a mixed bag, and it is overpopulated. And there
Beyond.
are, so it is a tough situation. But at the same point in time, I love the fact that, Darian's whole family did it. My husband was a guard, everybody was a guard. You really have to elevate your game because you're
Absolutely.
responsible. So I like the fact that they have to constantly pay attention and that they have to have awareness. I mean, it's going to make them a great parents at some point. I don't think that you ever had to be aware unless you worked at a summer camp and you were responsible for younger kids. So taking care of people, being socially aware and responsible for your surroundings, it's a great life lesson. But boy, Long Branch is game on.
Oh my
Holy.
God, you get everyone. I lifeguarded in Belmar for, oh my gosh, 12 years. I was on the ocean rescue team. We went to lifeguard nationals.
So
And
fun.
it's the good thing, like Long Branch, Belmar, there's always something going on because you get this mixed bag of people that are coming out of the bars, guys that are just walking around, a bunch of jarheads all like juiced up walking down the beach. And it makes the day go faster. I'll never forget.
It does.
It really does, because like other beaches, you sit there and this day is going to take forever. Nobody's here or it's flat water. We always had ocean rescue style. So the one day we're sitting there and you Rochambeau. It was like a big day, but you see all the Guidos like going down there, and the Guido, like the muscle heads. They can't really put their arms down because they're so jacked up. And this guy's going out there, and I see him swimming, and you kind of see a rip building, and you see everyone's kind of going towards the rip, and there's this one like beefed up dude. And all right, so we start Rochambeauing. Who's going in for this guy before he needs help? So I lose. So all of a sudden, I get my little torp, I got my little bathing suit on, and swim out. Swim kind of next to him. He's like, I go, how you doing? I'm good. And all right, well, I'm here if you need any help, because I see now the rip is picking up. Now we're at the end of the jetty, and he's kind of slightly panicking, but not wanting to panic because I'm kind of next to him. How you doing? You need any help? Hey, no, I got it. I'm good. So starts to swim in. He can't swim in. So
You're
what do
like,
I do? So I'm like, all right, I'm here if you need me. No, I got it. I got it. I'm like, all right. So he's swimming, fully just like starting to suck wind. And I know like, he'll be fine because I'm going to get him. He's not going to be in like a death situation. All of a sudden, he looks at me, he's like, and I just go over and I grab him. And I'm 5'11". At that point, I was ski racing, so I was very, very strong. And I grab him, put him in the hold, start bringing him into the beach. And he's giant. I mean, definitely goes to the gym a lot. Get him to where he can stand up. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. You go right to the beach. Go right to the beach, because they always want to get out. So, because they're embarrassed. Go down and kind of like throw him on the beach. And he's like, and his buddies come over, you're all right. Oh man, a girl saved you. He goes, hey, I had it, but I just wanted to get a number. This full, his line was he wanted to get my number. I was like, oh my God,
he probably did.
Yeah,
Did he get it, D?
Yeah, nope, didn't get it, but he definitely he it was really funny. We have lots of those stories, but that's what happens when you lose Rochambeau and Belmar in front of DJs on a Saturday.
It definitely, I agree. It definitely builds character for our D. I mean, it's a wonderful summer job, and that's another thing that I love about the summer. Nate, who's not old enough to lifeguard, my youngest, like I'm like, dude, you're getting a job this summer. I don't know what you're doing, but like the days of you just coming home and looking for something, like you're strong enough, you're big enough, go landscape, go figure something out. I love that. Again, I feel like with getting the kids on a sort of a schedule is good for them, and having a responsibility is great. So that's another thing I think that's great about summer for any kid, like even if they're a mother's helper, if they're younger, like my kids did that, and they'd be in charge of somebody's little person at the beach. Like there's ways and opportunities to give these kids
Kids
a little
need
bit
to
of
work.
responsibility.
They need to work.
Kids need to work. We're in a generation where everybody plays club sports. So you're constantly a 3-sport athlete for the most part, or playing something year round. When do these kids actually have a chance to get a job and work? How do they understand the value of a dollar if they've never worked and they don't understand how much work goes into being paid minimum wage? Or, oh my God, I just ordered a playa bowl and that was $13 and it just cost me an hour's work if you're lucky enough to make $13 as a kid. You know,
I'm farming out babysitters for Saturday. Pass it on.
it's so hard for, like, you know, so many kids when they're filling out their, I guess it's almost like their resume at the end of their senior year. My kids have always had a job, so I'm very lucky. They've all been lifeguards. They've all worked at the beach club, like in the snack area, whatever. They always had a job. But a lot of kids don't have real work experience by the time that they're graduating from high school because they played sports and they just have never really worked, which means the work ethic for this generation and generations to come is going down the tubes. Zero, you know?
It's totally true.
I
It's
woke
totally
up with a
true.
chore list in the summer. Before I could go anywhere, I had to mow the lawn. I had to fold the laundry. I had to do the laundry. I had to clean the kitchen, unload the dishwasher. I think we have to make our kids responsible at least for something daily during the summer, because it's like, you know, reality check. They need reality checks.
Yeah, you can't do everything. And then, well, the best is no matter what time we came home, one of 5 kids, and my dad was an early bird, and we all were early birds, but you'd go out to 2, 3, maybe you're out till 4 in the morning because you went to someone's deck and you're eating pork leg and cheeses and pizzas and whatever you're doing. My dad, no matter what, every day of the weekend, he had a wet washcloth, and he'd come in 7 o'clock in the morning and he'd wake you up with this wet washcloth. Get up, time to go. Didn't care what time you got home, whether it's 3, 4, 5, wet washcloth, get up, go for a run, and you had stuff to do. So he always got you up.
Now, I can't sleep in because of this.
Yes,
This is my husband.
I do the same
I
thing.
kind of like it
And
though.
I don't want to sleep in either, but occasionally I'd like to sleep in and not feel like a slob, like a lazy sloth, because I'm still in bed at 7:20. My husband can really make me feel like I'm just sleeping the day away, and I like to seize the day. And now my body is conditioned to waking up every day at 6:30 because I'm married to the wet washcloth son.
Yes, I'm the same way. Come on, time to get up. Let's go. What are we doing today? Let's start the day.
Sleep when you're dead. Sleep when you're dead. That's our mantra. That's our mantra.
But I do have one of my favorite summertime activities is happening today when I go get my Cadillac. I have a 1963 Fleetwood given to me by my friend MC from Tahoe. And it's literally our favorite summertime thing. We fit, I don't know, 10, 11 kids in there, go to ice cream. It just cruises down the road. I drive it everywhere, always puts a smile on your face. It's loaded with surfboards, paddleboards. Tunes are always cranking, and kids are in there kind of stacked on top of each other. There's some seatbelts, so
they double buckle. They double buckle.
You could visit our Instagram page and actually look at Darian, the intro. When we first started Girls Gone Gritty, we did a little intro on everybody. There is a picture of her in her blue caddy with her whole family and all of her dogs. So if you would like the imagery, please refer back to Girls Gone Gritty on our Instagram, and you will see, you know, we will actually put visuals to all the people and references that we're talking about. Get to know us. We've got a lot of fun family and friends that we exploit pretty much every week on this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we continue on our summer adventure, you'll be hearing more about fun summer things that you can do with your family, with your friends, and just want to inspire you to get out, enjoy the sunlight, enjoy this time of summer. It is also an Americana feeling and tradition. Everybody's flying their red, white, and blue flags from Memorial Day through 4th of July up into Labor Day. So let's be inspired by being American, being amazing, being part of this amazing journey we have of life and making the most of each and every day. And again, sleep when you're dead, get up early, stay out late, make the party that is summer. And we're so happy that you tuned in. Happy summer.
Happy summer.
God bless America.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Girls Gone Gritty.
You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
If this episode hits home, share it with someone who needs to get gritty.
The 3 Gs. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.